CTF sharing session to introduce some basic tools using CTF computations. And another thing is that our university will form a CTF team to communicate with other universities in local, to communicate with other teams from other universities this summer. And if you have interest, you can come to me after the talk, and then I will pass on time to you. Thank you.
Today's talk is a CTF sharing session about hacking tools commonly used in CTF computations. I'm a year 4 student from Maths department, and I have participated in some CTF games since like four years ago. And first, I will introduce the basic knowledge about CTFs. Sorry, this projector's color is quite ugly. And what is CTF? CTF stands for Capture the Flag. It originated from an outdoor game, which the people are grouped into 2 teams, and the goal is to grab the other team's flag and bring it back to the base. But today's talk, I will talk about the hackers CTF. This is what the hacker CTF finds. And the flags in the hacker CTF is just some random strings in this kind of form. And for the CTF games, there are mainly 2 formats. The first format is called Jeopardy. It's an online game, and it's often a first round competition. And another type is called attack defense. Hackers will get together in the same room, and each team will be provided a virtual machine, which contains many vulnerabilities. And the goal is to find those vulnerabilities in the virtual machine and try to patch them as soon as possible. Also, if you find a vulnerability in your own virtual machine, you can exploit the vulnerability on the other team's VM, and you can capture the flags of the other teams. So, where can we find CTF games if we want to try and have fun? This is CTF Time. CTF Time is the biggest CTF events platform in the world. And here you can see the upcoming games. If you want to play the CTF like today, you can always find some games is online. For example, here we can see a very famous CTF game named DEFCON CTF. It's the top best CTF, and all the hackers around the world will participate in this DEFCON CTF. And also there are some like play CTFs also very popular, and you can use this CTF to practice and learn knowledge whenever you want. And another website is a platform in mainland China, mainly for the events upcoming in mainland China, like this one. And those games are also quite interesting comparing to those worthwhile games. Now let's get to our main topic. First, I want to introduce a word, script kiddie. Script kiddie in the hacker society are usually used to call those hackers who can only use tools but don't know the principle behind the tools. But I want to say that don't despise those script kidding. There are many, in history there are many big hacking events which are caused by those script kidding just using some simple tools. And in CTF, if you're very familiar with those tools, you can be very efficient and solve those puzzles faster than others. And today's talk will be in a script kidding style. That means I will mainly go through the usage of those tools, but will not introduce the details behind those tools. And okay, here I give you some CTF tools list. The first one is Awesome CTF. It's a very complicated and contains a lot of almost every tool you can find online. And another is CTF tools. This list contains all the setup scripts that you don't have to install every tools one by one and search Google how to install them. It gathered all the scripts in this GitHub report. And the third one is created by me before this talk. It's called Fewer CTF Tools. I created this list because I find that if you want to find a particular tool for a kind of CTF puzzle, you go to those awesome lists. You'll find a lot of alternatives, and you don't know which one to choose. So I created this fewer list, which contains only one tool for every category of problems. Let's look at this list. This list is categorized by the types of CTF puzzles, like crypto problems, binary, which include reverse engineering and exploits, and also forensics and web. You can find many popular and famous tools in this list. So in today's talk, I will go through the list, basically. And also, because this list is not very perfect now, any contribution to this project is very welcome. And also, welcome to start. First, I will introduce the tool for classical crypto. The first one is very simple situation, very simple algorithm called substitution cipher. It's a very ancient and simple scheme. It's originated from the Caesar cipher. This cipher is the key of the cipher is just a number between 1 and 26. For example, if it's 1, it means that every letter is shifted by one letter. For example, if you find an A in the clear text, to encrypt it, you just substitute it by B, and if you found B, you substitute by C, so on and so forth. And the crack of this cipher is very obvious there. You can see that the key space of this cipher is only 26. So it's very simple to just do brute force. So people have come up with another more complicated scheme. It's called substitution cipher. The key of this cipher is like this one. It's just a rearrangement of the 26 letters, and it's also the similar relationship with Caesar cipher. If you find A, you replace it with the first letter in the key Y. And if you find B, you replace it with I. So how to crack this substitution cipher? Because the key space is larger this time. I think you all know this whole story. It's just use the letter frequency table. You just do statistics of those substituted letters, And for example, if you find one letter has the largest frequency, it's highly possible to be the E. So that is demo time. This one is a photo from Pico CTF. Sorry. Pico CTF is a very good CTF. It's actually for high school students, but the knowledge coverage of that CTF is very wide. And I actually learned a lot participating in this high school level CTF. And this is one of the crypto problem. The problem itself is just this text file. You can't find anything readable in this file. So it actually in this problem, in this puzzle, a hint was given saying that there is substitution cipher. So I use this tool. This is very convenient tool for solving this kind of substitution cipher. Just copy and paste and use the default auto and click solve. Wait for a while. And you can find some answers, but not looking very good. It's not finished yet. You can see more and more letters are recognized, but still too many question marks. You can look at the last one. You can already find some familiar words like this one, maybe authorization. So maybe we try to change the method. This dictionary method means that the program will try to match the patterns like THE, the common words in English. And this is the classical statistics that just calculates the frequency of those letters. We try this classical method. But we see this is completely deciphered. The authorization code is blah, 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 blah. So this one is the flag. Very simple. So if you encounter some problems in CTF, which looks like substitution cipher, you just use this website to solve it. Most of the time it will work. Okay, let's continue. This is another classical crypto XOR. The algorithm is here. It's actually, for example, if I want to encrypt this password. Okay, my secret key is CHK. So I'm telling my key repeatedly to match the length of the password, the message. And then for each pair, I do an XOR, and each pair I do it, and we'll get the cipher text. You can find that in this scheme, the statistical method will no longer work. But if you know the length of the key, for example, the CHK is 4, you can find in every false position, both encrypted by K, those letters will obey the frequency table. So this is the basic idea to crack those kind of XOR crypto. First, we'll guess the key length, and then we'll guess the key. So again, demo time. This is also from Pico CTF. What we get is a very long string in a hex. So for this kind of problem, I introduced a tool named XOR tool. pool. Let's see its usage. We can see that we can indicate that the input is an X value, and also we can indicate the key length if we know it. But if we don't know it, we just let the program do the analysis for us. So let's try. First, I'll download this text file. Actually, I may have already guessed this one. So this is what we want to decrypt, and we use this X. And also the C option is very important. It's the most frequent character you know in the text. Just guess what's the most infrequent character in this message. Just give me a guess. Yeah. First, I also guess E, but it's not right. Actually, it's the space, because it's a very long paragraph. You will expect so much space in it. So let's try. Okay. After we run the program, we find that the most probable key length here is 8. And also we find that every key length which is a multiple of 4 has higher probability. So why not just guess the key length is 8 and try to decrypt it to see if we can read it. Actually, the program has already generated the decrypted file. Let's look at the result. Okay. This zeroed out